I'm just setting everything up, bro. Let's get it.
Damn hustling, 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 hustling,
It's your
hustling,
boy
hustling,
Ski.
hustling, 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 hustling.
Oh, welcome back to the Matrix. You're not just in the Matrix, you are the Matrix. How's it feel, Neo? And today we got ourselves a banger daily market news and analysis. What is up? What is up? How's everyone feeling out of 10? Let me know in the chat below. Make sure you guys are spamming that like button, hitting that share so other people can spam that like button and hit the share. Let's get this party started, y'all. What is up? What is up? What is up? He says, it made me laugh. Are you preparing for the wax? Absolutely not. I will. A Lannister, let me make that clear. A Lannister pays his debts. But do I have an even slight inclination that I will not be safe? Absolutely, positively, unequivocally, no. Panka says, you look angry. That's funny. I was just setting everything up. Good evening, sir. Good evening. Ski, what up, bro? Today was a busy day. We officially filmed the Sonic to Jupiter. We left a little sneak peek of that. We'll show it here in the chat. Damn, I forgot to fix the TikTok. I forgot. Damn it. I'll fix it tomorrow. I have not been on my computer at all. But yeah, we're going to show this. If you haven't seen this, here's a little sneak peek of the commercial. So that's what we filmed. We just filmed. I mean, we did like a lot of shooting, and I built a whole entire spaceship. So that's going to be cool. The crash will last till November. Well, luckily, my bet is it December 25th, 2024. So we're good then. Then we are good. So yeah, anyways, we finished that commercial. That's going to be edited this week. And I think what we're going to do is Thursday. So it's actually due on Thursday. Technically, by the lay of the law, it's due on Thursday. Also, Thursday is Halloween. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wear my costume and we're going to release it as an event on Thursday, and then I'm going to go live. Why Bitcoin is weak to break out? All right, let's talk about Bitcoin. Bro, TA on Solnic, my G. I got you, bro. Elon Musk. October is up 5.4% so far. We still have 10 days. More than 10 days. No, we still have 5 days. I lied. What's going on with Solnic? I mean, it's up 4x in the last 30 days. What do you want, bro? You want a straight line up forever? Is that what you're asking for? It's a breakout back test. We'll do some TA on Solnic. We'll do some TA on Bitcoin. We'll let everyone pile in. Solnic chart, I got you, bro. Glad I came across your content. All right, let's talk about it. All right, so we're going to start it off with Bitcoin, and then we're going to do Solnic. We just finished the, like I said, we just finished the commercial shoot, and then I did trunk or treat with the kiddos, and we're back here. And that was all day. Why Bitcoin? Are you asking why I start with Bitcoin? The answer to that question, my friend, why do we start with Bitcoin? Because Bitcoin is the sun of the market. That's a fact. Nothing goes without Bitcoin. Bitcoin tells us everything. We do not feel the heat until the sun is fully risen. Okay? So I always start with Bitcoin because here's the deal. If a coin rips or crashes outside of Bitcoin being up or down, here's the deal. That is an anomaly. You do not count on that. They happen sometimes, sure. But 99% of the time, when Bitcoin rises, everything rises with it. When Bitcoin crashes, everything crashes with it exponentially. So every single one of my live streams, I always start off with Bitcoin because Bitcoin gives us the keys to the castle. Why can't Bitcoin break 70K? It did. All right, so well, here's what's going on. Wish I got lower. Keep DCAing, bro. You're going to get plenty of opportunities of boring. I promise you that. You'll get plenty of that. All right, let's talk about it. So, here's what's going on with Bitcoin. We were at a downtrend for 7 months, right? Okay, so lower highs all the way down until our last lower high was September 27th, 2024. So from the time of March 15th all the way until September 24th, we were making lower highs. Just a perpetual downtrend. And also during that time, we were making lower lows until the last lower low that we made was August 6th, 2024. So all of those were lower highs, lower highs, lower highs all the way. And lower lows, lower lows, lower lows all the way. Okay? But this was the absolute bottom of that. And then we started making higher lows. So this low right here was higher than this low. And then this low here was higher than this low. So there was higher lows and it was higher highs at the same time. Okay? So now we have an uptrend, and we have broken out of our downtrend. Now, a very common thing that takes place when you break out of a downtrend is what we just did. Okay, and what we're going to go back and look. At no point in time did we get like multiple days closing above this trend, right? We all can see that. We all can agree. Cool. Until now. So this is a clear breakout of this. Okay? But the common thing that happens when you break out is you backtest. So now this parallel trend, the top of it is now being resistance. And this downtrend is now what was resistance for 7+ months is now being tested as support. And we have 3 days touching this support. All of the moving averages are still sloping up. And I've said it once, I've said it 100 times. Any dips at this stage in the game, I do not feel this way. Let me be very clear. I'm not a permabull. I'm not bullish all the time. I'm not bearish all the time. I am neither a bear nor am I a wolf. I'm not a bear or a bull. I am a savage. Okay? So I'm not a permabull. If you want someone who's constantly bullish, it's not me. If you want someone who's constantly bearish, it's not me. I let the market lead me. And right now, at this stage in the game, in my opinion, based off of multiple factors of data, any dips at this stage in the game are extreme opportunities and the last of that. Okay? So this to me is a clean breakout backtest of the prior range. And I still think, by the way, my macro bet that I made at 55K, 54K, somewhere in there, is Bitcoin needs to be above $80,000 before Christmas, or I will shave my beard and get a full body wax. Feel just fine about that. LCX prediction, $1 to $2. Is emission control? Yes. Your resistance line is too low on a bear flag. I don't care about a bear flag. By the way, patterns are the lowest level, in my opinion. I'm sorry, we keep resisting 70K and dropping back down. Until we don't. Until we don't. This is the clear distinction, right? So we were at a downtrend, and now we're at an uptrend. Crow, $1 to $2 for Crow. I like Crow. I think Crow's undervalued. All right, let's do TA on Solnic. By the way, the Solnic commercial, we just finished filming that, and that's going to be released to you guys on Thursday as an event. Really excited about that. If you're just now joining us, we'll show you a little sneak. Solnic to Jupiter. So that's your little preview of that. Solnic to Jupiter. That's just one of the really cool shots that we got. So that commercial for Solnic is going to be released on Thursday. Are you burning? We're going to do that on Saturday. I have not been home outside of shooting for like 5 minutes. So Cliff is going to do that tomorrow when I'm live. We already talked about that. War breaking out in Middle East, bearish. Listen. Okay. 2 things can be true at one time. And with that question, 2 things are true at one time. All right? Truth number 1. You will not find a more anti-war person than me. I've been there, done that, bought a t-shirt. Okay? I've deployed 4 different times. You will not find a more anti-war person than me. War is absolutely evil, absolutely terrible for each party involved. There are no winners in wars. And truth number 2 is war is good for the markets. Okay? War is good for the markets. 2 things are true at the same time. War is evil, terrible for everyone, no winners, and it's good for the markets. Bankers win wars. That's right. That's right. It's evil. Literally evil. And it's good for the market. Okay? It's like white noise, sadly. That's right. That's true. All right, so they said do TA on Solnick. Let's do TA on Solnick. All right, so we're just straight up on the daily. I like this. So when we pull it, when we zoom in, right? When you go on like the 4 hour, you see all these like wicks and stuff. But you know me, what I'm known for is like more macro analysis. Even on the 4 hour, this is a breakout back test, but we did have like the more wicks the first time. But when we go on the daily chart for Solnick, can Solnick do a 50x? Yes. All right. The daily chart, these are body closes. Body closes, full on daily body closes above the prior all-time highs. So this to me is similar to what Bitcoin just did. Except where Bitcoin is like still fighting the resistance, it's still in that range. Solnick is not. Solnick is not in the resistance at all. And I like it very much as a TA person. What this appears to me as a breakout back test of the prior range. And here's the deal. Sooner or later, you need to do that. I would rather rip the Band-Aid off and do it right now. Breakout back test. We could accumulate here for a little bit. That's fine. Or we don't need to. That technically is the last sort of stipulation that is needed in order to start the next leg up. And I like that we've done that already. When we look at He kind of did a similar thing, except that like it's different market cap percentage. I still really like He here as well. He kind of did the same thing. This is a full like sign of strength back test. But he did the same thing. When it first broke out, it chopped a little bit before breaking up to the next leg. And that's kind of what I think that we're doing as well. Except our chopping is on top of the prior all-time high. So there you go. I'm nervous again. DCA. When you're nervous, DCA. All right. Let's look at your guys's. So there's all the questions, the TA. We'll look at your guys' stuff, your comments, your questions, your concerns, all of that and more. The Trump, or oops, sorry TikTok. I know Big Brother's watching and I can't say his name. The name that is forbidden. Orange Man. And the Orange Man and the Joe Rogan podcast just dropped. So I'm probably going to watch that after this. The name that is forbidden. Can we take a look at your opinion on ETH? My opinion on ETH hasn't changed. And I'm seeing, listen, here's the deal. I like the chart. I am actually personally biased against ETH. Okay, and I've talked about that. Okay? But I can separate when we talk about men having box brain and compartmentalizing things, that is me to the max, okay? So I have very much compartmentalized my bias towards ETH, and I'm looking at it from a pure technical standpoint. And what I'm telling you is a lot of people are more and more bearish on ETH. I think that that's good, and I like this chart. Accumulation, sign of strength, back test of the prior range, reaccumulation within the accumulation. You have your selling climax, automatic rally, secondary test. You might get a spring, you might not. We'll see, but this is nearing the end of the accumulation. I'm seeing a lot of more and more social, like Ethereum is dead type vibes. And again, I'm personally biased against Ethereum, and I like this chart. Okay, I like their setup. I think it's going to perform well. 7,000 is my target for 2025, as high as 2020, as high as 15,000. You see Microsoft shareholders are voting it, they should buy Bitcoin. Yeah, listen. First they laugh at it. Or first they dismiss it. Then they laugh at it. Then they go against it, and then they join it. Right now, in the crypto space. We are very fast, quick, in a hurry approaching then they join it phase. Sonic, Hihi, and Beppe, great low market cap memes. Is Beppe a low market cap? I do. Sonic and Hihi are the only ones sub 10 million that I feel comfortable putting my name on. There's a lot of coins that I like, but as far as me like stamping the ski name of approval, those are the only ones. Will XRP do a 10x? I think so. Get ready for the says get ready for the body wax Shea brother. Is it Christmas already? I haven't even put up my tree. And the fact, I know you're trolling, but you're the second person that said that. So that's an indication to me that this is the local bottom already. Will AVAX break out soon? Yes. When Bitcoin gets above 80K, everything will feel the heat of that. What up, Ski? What about Ardrum Finance? I'm not a huge fan of it. I've talked about it. Not a huge fan. Can you look at Theta? I got you. So Hihi 20 cents, Sonic 7 cents. Why Hihi 20 cents? That's just what the Fibonacci say. That's the thing that's true for both Sonic and Hihi Web is me and Alex will be developing, pushing, making content for decades. Okay, so 20 cents is like, that's one leg. I am fully confident that Hihi is going to have multiple legs, just like Sonic will have multiple legs. Okay, I see you on 2 accounts. I'm on the Sonic account and on this account. Lace, buy or sell. What platform do you use to buy Sonic? You can buy Sonic on Crypto.com wallet, not the exchange, wallet. Coinbase wallet, Phantom wallet, Soulflare wallet, SetoX. You can buy it on Jupiter. You can buy it on Radium. You can buy it on Coinbase wallet using AVAX. You can do Coinbase wallet using Base. You can use Trader Joe, and you can use Uniswap using Base. So 11 ways to buy it. What's the Hihi address? Good question. XPHG. Last 4. I use Soulflare. Yeah, did I mention Soulflare? Soulflare 2. Quant seems really slow to move. Great. The slower the move, the higher the move. The slower, the more grueling, the higher it goes. XRP $5 to $14. Says boom, local bottom. I don't have any technical reasons to tell you that other than we're on top of support. To be clear, that's just like a vibes kind of funny. Do you like Bohm? What about SPX 6900? I'll look at that. I haven't looked at that. People have told me to look at it. I have not looked at it. If that's true, my portfolio should make me a millionaire. Should. XRP is one of the most repressed. I'm not an XRP maxi, okay? I'm not a part of the XRP cult. All of my opinions are based off of data, logic, reason, and technicals. None of my opinions are based off of hope. None of it's based off of wishes, wants. I'm consistent across the board about that. HBAR. HBAR is a coin that I like long term. This bull run, I don't think it's going to perform well. I have it in like the Ardrum, the Sui, the Jasmy, the Filecoin sort of bucket of coins that are doing good things fundamentally, but have dumped a hell of a lot of supply over this last bear market. They're not going to perform as well as they could have this bull market, but I have my eye on them for the next bear market to accumulate because most of their supply is now circulating. All right, let me look up. What was that one? Something 69. SPX. What was it? SPX? 69. I already forgot. Damn it. Someone say that again. SPX 6900. Okay. SPX 6900. And that's only because I'm curious. What's the last four? Is it LULB? Is that the last four? Never looked into that. Mainly some soul. What do you think I should have more of? Honestly, listen, I think your blue chip should be, especially Bitcoin, should be like your biggest portion of your portfolio, right? You could venture out into some medium caps, into some lower caps, but I think having those like big ones as the meat and potatoes of your portfolio, I think is a good starting point. And then you could add a few medium caps and a few low caps, and you could break it up into buckets, right? So like, here's my bucket for medium caps, here's my bucket for low caps, and so on. SPX is absolutely parabolic. Take profit. All right, nothing against it. Again, just because something's parabolic does not mean it's bad. This is extreme. This is like, yeah, bro. I'm surprised that this is held as long as it has, but this is now working on distribution. This was a nasty correction too, from your buying climax to your first move. This is definitely distribution in my opinion. Okay, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Nothing against it. Just because something's in distribution does not mean it's bad. 50% correction, by the way, from that first buying climax. 53% correction, and then we went all the way to the 618. Listen, brother, I would consider taking profit. Okay? So what do I mean by that? What do I mean by it's in distribution? To me, SPX 6900 had its bull run. Clear bull run, right? So phase A is your bull run plus your buying climax and your automatic reaction. Okay? That's what you had. Bull run, buying climax. Whoops. We'll mark this out. Buying climax. And then this is your automatic reaction. We'll do the 4-hour because it's not a ton of data. And I think it's probably going to look a little bit cleaner. It definitely does. Wow, look at that. So yeah, buying climax, automatic reaction. This to me is working on distribution. Okay, you don't always get a super clean one is the thing too. So buying climax, automatic reaction. And this is what it's somewhere in here now. Okay. And then after it's finished distributing, it's done. But the thing about small, like meme coins, you can get a clean, rounded distribution, which is hopeful. But a lot of times you don't. So I would consider strongly taking profit on SPX 6900. I don't have anything against it. I'd love to be wrong. I don't have any of it. But to me right now, this is your, in my opinion, buying climax, automatic reaction, and then you have a Fibonacci from the top to the bottom. You're at the retracement, and it looks like it's having a hard time getting through that as well. Multiple candles. Having a hard time getting through this 618 level. Okay, you start making, you start taking out these wicks, and that could roll over real quick. Where is Solnic in the Wyckoff charts? Solnic is somewhere in the phase E. This is the wrong Solnic. All right. So this is accumulation, which is the opposite of distribution. So you had your selling climax, your automatic rally, your secondary test in phase B, which goes lower than the selling climax, your spring, which goes lower than both of those. This is your accumulation. This marks a firm bottom. Just like distribution marks the top, the accumulation is the opposite. It comes after a markdown phase. Okay, that marks your bottom. And then after that, this is a, I think we're starting to mark up. We had a breakout of the prior all-time high on the daily. So breakout and back test. Okay, we don't need to hang out here any longer at all. It's not weird to reaccumulate on top of what was resistance as support. I actually think that that's a healthy thing. That's what Bitcoin's doing, in my opinion. But the next thing is going to be the full-on markup phase. That's where Solnic is, and then it will go into distribution just like everything else. Again, just because something is in distribution doesn't mean it's bad. Okay, I don't think that. Cardano, $6 to $8 for Cardano. Cardano is somewhere in this phase, the sign of strength. Cardano is on the Wyckoff-Ski list. It's in the sign of strength. And like most of the market has the same exact chart as Cardano. Okay? And this is the same thing. So this is your markdown phase, the opposite of the bull run, your bear market. This is your accumulation. That's technically your selling climax. Your automatic rally, your secondary test, your spring. Spring goes lower. Your sign of strength, your back test, accumulation within accumulation. The next macro move is the markup for. I'm looking for charts like this, by the way. The next macro move. When does Wyckoff reset and start over? It just keeps doing it over and over and over again. That's right. If it's healthy, right? If it's real, it's going to keep doing it, right? So this is let me show you what it looks like. Here's the full, like, oversimplified method of what Wyckoff does. It looks exactly like this. Over and over and over again. You have your accumulation, that's the bottom. You have your markup, the bull run. You have your distribution, that's the top. You have your markdown, that's the bear market. Now, typically, as long as the inflation is not bad, right? If there's low to no inflation, your markdown is going to be on the prior all-time high or somewhere in that flavor. It could go a little bit lower. It could be a little bit higher. It could go to the 618, but in the flavor of the prior all-time high, that's where you'll typically see it'll start to reaccumulate. And then it'll just start over, and it'll just keep doing this little S like staircase all the way up. These are healthy, good charts. Not everything does that because some things are not healthy. Some things are not, they don't have good inflation. There's other factors, but if all things are equal, this is what is going to happen. It's going to take place over and over and over again. ICP or near. I think ICP has better ROI potential. SHIB, 10x. Sneak peek for November, Solana specifically. I think that by November, we're going to be in our full-on markup. Do you have a price prediction for Brett? 10 billion. How high will Solana go the next leg? About 25 million. Check not working. My bad, guys. Sorry. Thanks for letting me know. Looks like my microphone died. Reading lips. Sorry, guys. If I lose sound in the future, it's going to be like this now. Like, you're just not going to have my microphone because I had this this Rode that I was using, but it's dead now. So if I lose sound in the future, please go over to the Your Boy Ski account and let me know. Gas fees on Sol, good or bad? No, the gas fees on Solana are crazy cheap. Oh, I missed all these gifts. It didn't notify me. Lucifer, thanks for the rose. VM, thanks for the donut and the roses. I am who I am. Thanks for the heart. Mickey, thanks for the W. And then JT, thanks for the confetti. You savages.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Sydney, thanks for the baby hippo. You savage.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
With the next leg, you mean the next move up happening? Yes, that's correct. Sold Ape 2 days ago before it went up 120%. MJ, can't win them all. That's okay. Can you please review Uni? Yeah. Thoughts on AMP? AMP has a decent bit of inflation. I'm a crypto day trader as well. I'm not really a day trader. I'm more of a macro swing trader, I guess. I do day trade, but I'm more swing trade. Someone's asked me to pull a fib. Let me do like the 1 hour and see if there's like a wick over here that I missed. But when I pulled the daily, there was nothing over here that brought us to this point, which is kind of scary to me, honestly. Let me go all the way back, see if I can find something. Yeah. It was just boring, 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 and dead forever. So that means to me, like, as a technical, like, I don't have any legs to stand on other than this looks like distribution, and this has had a crazy performance. But I can't give you a price target on it. I'm just showing you the structure, what I see, if that makes sense. And it did, for context too, from, let's go on the daily. But it did a 66,000x. And how many days was that? Not very many. $30 days. That's overheated. That doesn't mean it's bad. Okay? Hear me, hear me. It doesn't mean it's bad. It just means don't get sucked up into the hype. That's what that means. Casper, ditch, or keep? I think Casper's a long term. When you do Bitcoin dominance, will you start to pull back? I'm waiting for pump on what? What are you waiting for a pump on? We're about to have some really good buying opportunities. That's right. Always. Are you buying XYO? I am. You're back? Sorry about that, guys. Predictions on Hehe. For the next leg, and I think that Hehe will have multiple legs. About 20 cents. Somewhere in that range. But I do think that Hehe is going to have multiple legs. And I have a lot of faith. Honestly, the only sub 10 million market cap. I like a lot of coins, okay? But the only one sub 10 million that I feel comfortable stamping my approval on is Solnic and Hehe. That's it. There's a lot that I like, but those are the only ones I feel comfortable putting my name on, okay? It doesn't mean they're perfect. It doesn't mean it's a straight lineup. It just means I believe that it's going to be here for the long term. I added more Solnic. Let's go. I still have a big bag of Caspa. What's the bottom support for Quant? Probably like $50, honestly. But I don't know that that's likely. Make sure you guys are spamming the like button, hitting the share, dropping a follow. If you're brand new, don't just lurk. Drop a follow. Could you check out Puffy? Yeah, I got you. Thoughts on Sui? All right, so Sui, I made a video on Sui, and I have an active short on Sui, which I don't know if I'm still logged in here, but I'll pull it up if it is. Are we logged in? There we go. Look, we're up 117% on this short that we did. Okay. Active short on SUI. I am not a believer in the short term of SUI at all. I do not like their charts. I think they have a lot of pain. And you might look at their top chart and think that, oh, it doesn't look that bad. Except for when you factor in the inflation, right? The devil is in the details with these coins. All right, you got to get in the details. And the details is market cap. The details is inflation. And when we look at the regular chart on SUI versus the market cap of SUI, well, the regular chart looks fine. It's like, well, yeah, I had a nice little breakout and kind of pulled back a little bit. Okay, cool. Except for when we look at the market cap. By the way, we had this drawn up. Not so much. This is like hell right now. Okay? Yeah, no, this is all the way parabolic. The devil's in the details. What does that mean about SUI? It means it's highly inflationary. That means that the market cap, aka the dollars invested, aka the real price minus inflation, has already went parabolic. According to the charts. That doesn't mean it's bad. It just means you should consider taking profit. And I put my money where my mouth is because I shorted it a couple weeks ago. I don't know exactly where we opened this short. I think we literally shorted the top. I think we were in the red for like 20 minutes. And we have been in the green ever since then. Okay, so that's my thoughts on SUI. I don't think it's a bad project. I just think it's working on distribution. Walk off. Are these Solana memes? No, this is SUI that I'm looking at right here. Are you asking me about Hehe and Solnik? Yeah, they are. All right, let me look up Puffy for my man before I forget. What about Rio? Rio's in a different. Is Bitcoin going to crash 75%? At some point, yes. From $207,000, yes, it will crash 75% in about a year. That's correct. When it goes to $277,000, it will crash roughly about 75% over the course of 1 year. That's right. Are you asking me right now? No. No, it will not. And we have a long on Bitcoin, just so you guys can see. All right. Puffy. Yeah, when Bitcoin tops out at $207,000, in my opinion, yeah, it will crash 75% over the course of a year. Puffy, not really enough data on this one, brother. I'll try to zoom in a little bit. This looks like distribution, though. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I mean, at this point, so you had your accumulation. At this point, if you didn't take profit, I'd probably just ride it, honestly. The chart doesn't look terrible. Honestly, it doesn't. Like, yeah, this is a clean Wyckoff setup. And then you had your markup. And then you had your distribution and mark down. Not bad, honestly. But I think you kind of missed the opportunity to take profit. How much you think SUI will be? I have a short on SUI right now. We're up 100 and what is that? 117% on 5x leverage. Like that's pretty damn low leverage. 5x, you see it right there. 5x. We're up 113% on this short. We literally shorted like the top. In fact, you can see where we shorted it. All right, here's our price. Here's when we did it. I think we were in the red for like 20 minutes. So there you go. Does Rio look like it's about to break out? Not really. No. It did have a bearish divergence. That's right, Colt. I made a video about it. You're right. You're 100% correct. We made a video and people like laughed me out the room. But he is correct. There was a bearish divergence. Right? He's right. So, and we made a video about this, and I'll explain what he's talking about if you don't know. If you're not a nerd like me, and I guess Colt. Nerds rule the world. It's okay. I mean that in a good way. So what he's talking about is the price, aka market cap, kept rising as the RSI was crashing. This is a divergence. This means something is different. Not a good sign. He said no. No, we voted. Sui might go down to 110. I don't know what the price is, actually. Because the market cap is so I think it has about another 35%, somewhere in that range. About 115, 120. But yeah. Oh, I forgot. Recession is here. Sooner you realize there's no bull run. Okay, bro. Come see me. I want you to keep that same energy in Christmas. When Christmas comes, I want you to keep that same energy. Because here's the sooner you realize that I actually called every single local bottom on the day, video evidence, stakes on the line. I've called multiple tops on multiple assets. I've called multiple bottoms on multiple assets over multiple time frames. The sooner you realize I don't make decisions based off of hope, based off of wishes, based off of wants. All of my decisions are based off of data, logic, and reason. The sooner you realize that we were already in a recession in 2022. I made money from 2022. My average price on Bitcoin is $5,000 overall. My average price on this last bear market was about $21,000. All right, I forgot to look up one for somebody. Rio, that's right. Sage, I'm not really a believer in Sage like that, to be honest with you, bro. It was a lot of insider. I mean, it was like a lot of the same stuff. Like the insiders made money and the outsiders didn't. Here's the deal, brother. Here's one thing that I'll leave you with. Is the market broken? Yes. Is there something fundamentally wrong with the market? Yes. There is. And at some point, is the chicken going to come home to crow? Yes, that will happen. Okay? But what are we measuring it in? and what is actually broken. That's first thing. We're measuring it in US dollars, which is the thing that is fundamentally broken. So that's starting point number one. Number two, the sooner you realize that markets can stay, quote, irrational far longer than you can say solvent, the better you will be. Because our good old buddy Michael Burry is the world famous guy who shorted the absolute top of 2008. And Michael Burry said it, by golly, our Lord and Savior has spoken. Except what they don't tell you is he found a fundamental flaw, something that was fundamentally incorrect about the market, fundamentally broken at a base level that is fractured and could not be repaired, stemming all the way back from 1971. He found this problem in 2005, and he beginning to short it and was wrecked. Because if you don't know, from 2005 till 2008, before it actually did all come collapsing down, it was a crazy bull market. And he was wrecked for 2.5 years. He was so wrecked. In fact, if it was you or if it was me, we would have been liquidated. They would have forced us to sell. But he wasn't you or me. He was managing billions of dollars of institutional money. So he was not liquidated before he was actually correct. But no. Evening, all. Evening. It's broken. Yeah. So it was broken in 2005. It's been broken since 1971. What is broken? The US dollar. Go ahead. If there's no bull market, I challenge you. Short it. I'm making money right now shorting the market. I'm shorting SUI right now. You don't need to make money in a bull market. You can make money in a bear market. I'm up 114% on a short right now using almost no leverage. 5x leverage. If that's how you believe, make money. Okay? How low can Bitcoin go and still be in an uptrend? About 60K. Somewhere in there. Short the market then. No more talk. Technically, yeah, about 60K. I don't really see a scenario below probably 62K. All that's on the table. Where it's at right now this would be the first level. It wouldn't be weird to go back to 62, 63K though. And that would still, people would start to feel that. People would be like, oh my God, what the hell? Evening all. Market manipulation is real. That's right. Market manipulation is 100% real. And that's why I love Wyckoff so very, very much. With all my heart and soul. So there you go. That's my thoughts. No more talk. If you think Bitcoin's done, short it. Be my guest. I dare you. Short it. I'm in a long on Bitcoin right now, which is up 300%. Rio, my bad, brother. I completely forgot about you. I keep getting distracted. The way that my brain works is both my biggest ally and my biggest enemy at the same exact time. So bear with me. Okay, actually, I don't. So, listen, here's what I'm going to say about Rio. This was really like the move right here, back here. So this is the chart that I'm looking for. Your markdown, your accumulation, your sign of strength, your back test, your reaccumulation within a reaccumulation. And this was the mark up, which is your bull run, right? This is your distribution and then your markdown. Now, I do think that this is now in reaccumulation phase. So do I think it's going to up only tomorrow? No. I think it has a little bit more work to do, but I don't think the downside risk, I don't think that you're going to go that much lower. Maybe you get into 40 cents, maybe, but in all honesty, this bottom right here could very well be it. And structurally, I do think it is it. We might wick below there. You know, what is that? What did it get to? 40 cents? It got to 51 cents. It might wick to like 45 cents, whatever. But structurally, this was the bottom, in my opinion. Retracement, though, you're looking at about $2. And the next leg up will take you to about $8. So there you go. That's near a 10x. So, yeah, it's not a terrible play. I think, obviously, the better play was back here, though. Listen, SEC wants to extend the XRP case until January 2025. Great. 0 times have I cared about the SEC case. I do not care. I care 0. Less than 0. Negative amount. The faster, if you're an XRP holder, the faster that you realize that the XRP case doesn't really affect the price. It's not going to matter in the grand scheme of things whether they appeal or they don't. Here's what will affect XRP. When Bitcoin gets above 80K, XRP is going to feel that. Whether or not the SEC has appealed or not. That's just the truth. People always want a reason for X, Y, and Z, but the truth is nothing changes sentiment quite like price. If you look into it, stock prices rise after being sued by the SEC. I agree. But I agree with what you're saying. But what I'm saying is the SEC, as far as like what people are doing, though, is not what you're talking about. What you're saying is they're not good at protecting people, and it's a good sign overall. I agree with that, right? But what most people do, though, is they want a reason. They need a narrative reason as to why it's actually going to rip. And I'm saying that that is not real. That's a thing in people's heads that doesn't correlate to price. ICP 100 to 140. The fastest you dump, the faster you'll have cash to buy something else. I wouldn't be shorting it at this point, LOL. Shorting what? I'm long on Bitcoin. I'm shorting Sui. I'm up 100% on that short. Polygon, my target for Polygon is $9. It's funny to talk about and study, honestly. I agree. I agree with like how you're approaching it. I agree with what you're saying. But what I'm saying is for the masses, most people need a reason why it's going to pump. What I teach, though, is the pump happens and then the reason will come out. The chicken comes before the egg, not the other way around. The price action will happen and then the news will come out. People think it's the other way around, and it's not. In fact, I have a whole chart dedicated to this. Just for Bitcoin. We can make a chart for any asset you like. Hey, dude, you going to play UFC 5 tomorrow? I'm not. I have a Halloween party. Well, my wife has a Halloween party where her friends' husbands will be there. And so I will be there tomorrow. Yeah, we have a chart dedicated to this. Just for Bitcoin. We could make one for any coin, though. But the chart is called Trade the News and You Will Lose. Okay? Elon goes on SNL at the absolute top. Everyone said that he's going on SNL. If Dogecoin's going to $1, it can't possibly go any lower. We're going to go up only forever. Laser eyes, diamond hands. Right? Luna goes to 0 at the local bottom. Everyone in the brother said it's going to 12K. It's going to 10K. Trust me, bro. My wife's boyfriend has a Coinbase. FTX go to 0. See, I told you. Just wait until Coinbase and Tether depegs. It will go to 10K for sure. My wife's boyfriend has insider information. At the absolute bottom. Silicon Valley Bank goes to 0 at the local bottom. Here it is. We're going lower. We're going to 10K for real this time. Yeah, we escaped with FTX, but Silicon Valley Bank, even though crypto is anti-bank, and that is the reason why we go to banks in the first place, but this is the reason that's going to set us off. Even though, like, if you notice a trend here, all of the, quote, reasons, the price has already taken place and is done with. It is now reversing. That's the point. If I'm not articulating it clearly enough to you, by the time that the event has happened, it's done. And we're working on the next thing. Okay? Fast forward. The war in Israel at the absolute local bottom. World War III. That means Bitcoin's going to 10K for realsies. This time, at the local bottom, we didn't go lower for a second. Maximum fear, maximum pain. And it was done. Trade the news and you will lose. The Bitcoin ETF, it doesn't just work to the downside, ladies and gentlemen. No, no, no. Upside too, the Bitcoin ETF gets approved at the absolute local top. This is it. This is what we've been waiting for months and months and months. We're going to $1 million in 90 days at the absolute local top. Fast forward, Mt. Gox in Germany, the big bad boogeyman. They're selling their Bitcoin. We're cooked. The bull market, this is the worst bull market ever. We're done for at the local bottom. The event was over with. And you might say like, oh, it went lower. Yeah, sure. After it went up 30%. 30 years of stock market gains. And then Japan rate cuts. That's it. The recession is here. We're done for. Please, God, help us all. At the local bottom. We did not go a second lower. Not a second. In fact, 2 days later. 2 days. How much were we up in 2 days? 26%. Also known as 2.5 years of stock market gains. Bitcoin did that in 2 days. My God. That was the coolest one I've ever seen. Sydney, thank you for the Wanda and Witch, you savage. Cali XC, thanks for the TGIFs. I am who I am, thanks for the chili and the lightning. Damn, I missed all of these. Thanks for the pumpkin. I appreciate you guys, you savages.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Trade the news and you will lose. If I could convey one thing to you, if I could drill one thing in your brain, trade the news and you will lose. Okay? By the time you hear about an event, it's already too late. Or, by the time you hear about an event, we have reversed. And whatever is being conveyed to you, bullish or bearish, flip it on its head, and that's what's going to happen 99 times out of 100. Should I buy Bitcoin? For this bull market, I don't think that Bitcoin is the play. If you're buying Bitcoin for 20 years, absolutely. I think Bitcoin is the play. Because I don't think that we're even going lower than 60K. Like, we might go to 50K, whatever. Let's call it 50K. I don't think we're going lower than 50K in the next bear market after we go to $200,000. Excuse me. Can you tell a little bit about always trust the media? They told me so. Exactly. See, now you got it. Yeah, if I could convey one thing to you guys, trade the news, you lose. Okay. And also, the markets can stay exponentially more irrational than you can be solvent, right? And what do I mean by that? And I keep talking about Michael Burry. What does that mean? That means there can absolutely be a fundamental flaw. Absolutely. Undeniably. Unequivocally. Undisputed. There will be a flaw. And you're like, this is broken. Something needs to happen. And then the markets can just rip right past that for months, if not years, whilst having a fundamental flaw before actually then rolling over and the chicken's coming home to roost. Okay, and again, I just talked about it, but Michael Burry shorted the market. He's famous for shorting it in 2008 at the top, except he shorted it in 2006, 2005, and got wrecked for 2.5 years. And he was absolutely right, absolutely correct with the fundamental flaw that he found, and was wrecked for 2.5 years. All right. What's the play? To me, the play is any chart that looks like that's in the sign of strength. Like this. Any chart that looks like this, to me, as long as it has good inflation, meaning low to no inflation, that's the play. Solnic, yeah, absolutely. Solnic is just a little bit past this, but we just had the same chart, right? What do you think will happen with XRP? Do you see it going? My honest prediction for we'll do a deep dive on XRP. But the answer is $5 to $14. The Big Short. That's right. Chainlink opinions. I literally pulled up Chainlink's chart. I put up Chainlink's chart as the chart that I'm looking for. So there you go. $80. Do you think Solnic will reach 5 cents by December? It's possible. Solnic 25x, easy. Here's the deal with Solnic. Listen, guys. Obviously, I'm the face of it. Obviously, I'm doxxed if you didn't know. 6 Low is my wallet. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing right now, aka making videos, making content, helping as many people as possible, humanly, morally, ethically, telling you what I believe to be the truth. Do I bat 1,000? No, I don't. Am I perfect? No, I'm not. I'm flawed. Okay? I'm a flawed human being. All right? But I do the very best that I can. And I present to you whatever my opinion is based off of data, logic, and reason. And it doesn't bat 1,000 by doing that, but I have a pretty damn good batting average. All right, I have a pretty damn good track record by keeping my emotions out of it and just making decisions based off of data, logic, and reason. And I'm going to continue to do that. And I'm going to continue while I'm doing that, I'm going to be talking about Sonic, developing Sonic, and pushing that as high and as far as I possibly can for as long as I possibly can. And what that means to me is forever. So that's what I know about Sonic. I will be pushing it in the next bull market. In the next bull market. All right? Is it going to be all sunshine and rainbows? No, it's not. I promise you. It won't be. But I'm going to show up. When it's bloody, when it's dark, when it's scary, I'll be here. Whether it's crypto or whether it's Sonic, I will be here as a voice of reason. When it's high five time, I will high five with you. Did you build a badass spaceship? I did. Let me show you the, so we just filmed the commercial. If you guys are just joining us, we just filmed the commercial, Sonic to Jupiter. This is going to release next Thursday. And here is a little sneak peek of what that's going to look like. This isn't really edited for the record. This is just literally a clip of a raw footage that we had. And I threw some sound on it. So there you go. That's a little sneak peek of Sonic to Jupiter. If you don't know the backstory of that, I'll tell you the backstory. Every single live stream, I used to always say, when we first started doing Sonic, I would say, there's no free lunches. And this is still true. There is no free lunches. If we're taking it to $1 billion market cap, which is my goal, if we're taking it to $6 billion market cap, which is $6 per coin, by the way, there's no free lunches. Just like I don't make my decisions based off of data or based off of hope, wants, and wishes, we're not going to take Sonic to $6 billion market cap based off of hope, wants, and wishes. Okay? There is no free lunches. Okay? We got to put in the work. We got to shill. We got to grind. We got to show up. We got to be positive. We got to do everything that we need to do, right? And how I had a little jingle that I used to say that would convey that message. At every live stream, I would say, we are the rocket. We are the fuel. We are the engineers. This is your captain speaking. Next stop, Jupiter. Let's go. Right? And so, in film school, we had an assignment, do a 30-second commercial. And so I said, we're going to do a commercial for Sonic. And we're going to take Sonic to Jupiter. And I'm an astronaut in this commercial. Sorry, just joined buying the dip. Yes, absolutely. At this stage in the game, Daniel, any dips are buying opportunities until Bitcoin starts getting above 138K. Is Sonic your coin or something? No. Sonic is not my coin. It's a CTO led by me. I did not create it, though. If you don't know the story of how that came to be, I made over 1,600 videos in the bear market, trying to help as many people as humanly, morally, ethically possible. I was one of the only content creators in 2022 who was bullish, buying Bitcoin December of 22. Put my head on my hair. I said I would shave my head if we went lower than 15,500. If we went lower than that, I would shave my head. I was one of the only creators who was bullish in 22. On my mama, I was one of the only creators who was bullish in 22. I made 1,600 videos trying to help as many people as humanly, morally, ethically possible. And someone donated to me and made me one of the largest holders along the way, long story short, of Sonic. And I just mentioned it. I did not realize how much goodwill that I had. We went from 50K market cap to 300K market cap in a single day. And I was like, dang, my phone just died. That sucks. And I was like, I had to take a step back because I was like, oh, people have real money now. And I need to treat this seriously. Okay, this is not a game. All right, so if I'm being honest and transparent, it took off way harder, way faster than I was ready for in the beginning. That's truth. I did not expect it to do that. But am I perfect? No, I'm not. But I do care about people. I care about doing right by people. I care about doing as much as I can morally, ethically, as humanly possible. And so in an effort to uphold my morals, uphold my ethos, I said, okay, I'm going to take this as high and as far as I possibly can. And so I doxed myself, and that was 8 months ago. And we're still pushing, and we're going to keep doing that. So there you go. Shout out to Stolnik team doing work. That's right. So that's the story of Stolnik. That's the story of all that. My phone just died, so that sucks that the Stolnik account didn't get the rest of that story. But, yeah. Is there something special about Stolnik compared to other cryptos? Yeah, there is. It's the community. And it's the chart. The chart, first of all, speaks for itself. Name me a sub 10 million market cap coin with a weekly chart that looks like that. They don't exist. In fact, what will happen if you buy Stolnik and you feel the success of Stolnik? You will think that all sub 10 million market caps are like this, and they're not. And then I've seen the story over and over and over again of people just getting rugged over rugged over rugged over rugged. And then their bag's gone. Because they think that my morals, ethics, ethos, well, that must mean all of them are like that, and they're not. Okay, I promise you, I'm not perfect. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to continue to make mistakes. But I'm going to show up every single day. I'm going to do the best that I can. I'm going to work as hard as I can. I'm going to do as much as I can. More, better, faster, over and over for the course of decades. Okay? How much Stolnik do you own? 6 low is my wallet. Okay? I'm doxed. 6 low. Go on holders and look up 6 low. That's me. Coinbase wallet. There you go. So yeah, is there something special about Stolnik? Yes, it's the community, and it's the the chart speaks for itself. I'm not saying it's possible, but how can Stolnik fail if it could? If I die and no one takes a baton. If I die and no one takes on the baton. There you go. Because as long as I'm still breathing, I'm still kicking, I'm going to be grinding. I promise you that. On my mama. Is it going to be perfect? Is it going to be sunshine and rainbows and only green candles? Only up only? No. It will not. But I will be here when it's red. I will be here when it's scary and bloody. I will be the voice of reason not only for Stolnik, but the entire market. And I will high-five you when the time comes. All right? Looks like I'm going to order a Hitman. Bro's just praying on my downfall. What the hell? Oh, shit. What do you think about Casper? Bro. Eddie G's. How long have you been following me, Eddie G's? Casper, that's an unfortunate one, man. Like, who here has followed me the longest? Cliff wants the baton. I need the dip. Damn, bro. Oh shit. Okay, when we're talking about Casper with the C, I hate this that this happened, bro. Here's what happened, okay? Crypto Mason and other crypto creators shilled Casper with a C, the red one, the friendly ghost. I've been following you for 3 years. Okay, so Big D can vouch. Have I ever said anything positive about Casper with a C ever? Big D. All right. I hate it. I don't hate it. I don't hate it, but it has one of the worst charts I've ever seen. Here's what happened. A bunch of creators were shilling this in 2023, And people kept asking me about Casper. Like, what about Casper? What about Casper? And I'm like, I've never heard about Casper. Let me look up the chart. And here's exactly what happened. All right. I pulled up Casper and I was like, what the hell is this chart? This is one of the worst charts. Why? This is still going. What in the? This is still. What in the? This is still going up. What in the? What the hell is this chart? From day one, the first time I ever looked at it, I was like, I have zero interest in this coin. None. Because I'm a technical analyst, so I base my things off of technical aspects. So from day one, I have not been a believer of Casper, and it's still making new lows to this day. So no, I'm not a believer in Casper. This is not, I don't know what to say. Like, I've never liked this coin. I never had anything against it, but this is just one of the worst charts I've ever seen. This is like Luna Classic looking shit. Like this, what shit coin is this? I don't know. So there you go. Yeah, I don't know why everyone shilled this back in 2023. I don't know if they were paid to. I don't know what happened there. But I never liked this. You can go back and look at any live stream. Just go back and look at your boy Ski, Casper on any live stream, whatever. I don't know. Maybe I'll find some and I'll make a video about it. The first time I ever heard about it. I never liked it. Never. Can we TA Caspa? Caspa's chart doesn't look awesome, but I mean, at least the inflation isn't crazy. NPCS. I feel like, let's look up NPCS. Because I think this one was a take profit. I don't want to speak. Yes, this one is a take profit. Okay. Again, this chart looked great. Beautiful accumulation. Sign of strength, back test of the prior range, mark up. This already went parabolic. It's on top of the prior all-time high. So if you didn't take profit, you could probably ride this one out. I don't think it's going to go too much lower. I don't think it's going to get through this. I'm going to put a line in the sand here for you. Whoops. I do remember saying take profit on this one at the 1618, but there's the line in the sand. I don't think it would get below that, to be honest, which is 1.75 cents. So, I mean, it still could have a little bit of work to do, to be honest, but I think the worst of it's behind it. I don't own this. So I think the risk is about 20% right now. Thoughts on Ardrum? Ardrum, I made a video about Ardrum. I like it. So Ardrum I put in a category. I have a whole list of coins that I like fundamentally. So it's Ardrum, Jasmy, H-Bar, Filecoin. These are all coins that I like fundamentally, but the inflation is a lot. And I don't think any of these coins are going to perform very well this bull market. However, all of these coins are on my radar in the bear market because they have dumped so much supply. Most of it's already circulating, so I don't think that there's much left to dump on any of these coins. So I'm going to be accumulating these coins, or at least have them on my radar. For sure, Jasmy and H-Bar, Ardrum might be on that list for me in the bear market of 26. I'm going to be accumulating these coins like this. Right now, though, I don't think the performance is going to be there. But that's a different category. Like, I'm not saying buy these coins. I'm saying these coins are on my radar as good fundamentals, and they've already dumped a lot of supply, and I don't think they're going to perform well in the next 12 to 18 months. And I'm going to be looking to accumulating them in the bear market, but not right now. Does that make sense? Hopefully I was clear about that. Let us know what coin day is we want to buy too. Yeah, I mean, on my Patreon, every time I buy or sell, I let everyone know. And I even let you guys know a lot of times for free. I don't really gatekeep stuff like that. My Patreon is more like I have a course that's organized and people are supporting my work for a price of a cup of coffee, and they get a direct line to what I'm buying or selling, more organized, or if I or like in-depth TA on coins. But in reality, I do most of it for free. I don't really gatekeep stuff like that. I just organize it for people, and it's just like a token of appreciation if people want to support my work. Here's something in return for that. You forgot uni. I did forget uni. My bad, bro. So there you go. Like, who knew about Wyckoff? He says, oh, I gatekeep. Do you see my comments? I sure do. Who knew about Wyckoff before your boy Ski? Who amongst you? Why you ignore me too, though? I'm not. I have like 6 charts up, or chats up. Doing the best that I can. Alright, let's look up uni. Alright, and here's a tip too. If you're doing TA, TradingView is a free software that you can use. They have a paid version, but you don't need it. Honestly, I wouldn't even have the paid version myself if it wasn't for being a content creator and presenting things to you guys. I don't need them presented to me, but I just present things to you guys. So I don't know that you need the paid version, honestly. Anyways, a tip for you though, if you're looking up coins, if at all you get the option of looking at a coin and it gives you the option of market cap, always choose that, because that will give you the most accurate analysis as to what is taking place and what is left to take place. I make a living off of crypto. Do you have a job? LOL. Nope. My job is crypto. Oh, you said, my bad, bro. I misread your, this is my job. My job is, educating, teaching, trading, I guess, accumulating, investing. How long did it take you to learn to trade? I would say like a good 3 years before I like started having more success than not, and then probably about 5 to 6 years before I started to really like master it. Cam Wolf says, teach me. Okay, Cam, I want you to ask me that question in 1 minute. Okay, I'm going to do this. Ask me that same question in 1 minute. Okay, because I love that question for a lot of people. Not just you, but a lot of people. All right. This chart, though, looks really good. Same chart that I'm looking for. Accumulation, sign of strength, back test of the prior range. Beautiful. Retracement is about, we're going to give you the X percentages, a 2.5X. You can take that to the bank. Parabolic is about a 12X. It's on AI. Bro, what is actually AI? And if you receive alpha from somebody, I don't believe in that. I like your research tools. Any recommendations? I like the one. I'm probably going to get the paid version. I haven't yet. But I like this one, Messianer IO. I think they have a lot of really good, useful information, to be honest. I think it probably is worth whatever they're asking, to be honest. I use Crypto Bubbles. I use Fear and Greed. These are some basic stuff that I use. All right, Cam says, teach me how Bitcoin works, like how it's created, because I've read it and I still don't know. All right, Cam. How does Bitcoin work? All right. Bitcoin operates 100% off of verification. So to understand Bitcoin, we need to understand the current system. Most people do not, okay? All of our money pre-1971 was backed by gold, okay? Technically it was, this is silver, right? But you get the idea. Every $20 was backed by gold. And really, the dollar was an IOU for the real thing, which was the gold and silver, right? Okay, so 1971, Richard Nixon took us off the US dollar, and that's where our problems began. Okay? After we were off of the gold standard, we were left with what's called a fiat. And a fiat currency means that your currency is not backed by anything other than your government. Okay? So there have been 300 fiat currencies since ancient Egypt, and there have been 300 failed fiat currencies since ancient Egypt. Maybe this time it's different, but history would tell us no, because this number right here doubles every 4 years. Every president has doubled this number. Okay? $35.8 trillion now. Every president has doubled this number, and we have lost 98% of the purchasing power of the US dollar since 1971. Okay? So that is the fundamental flaw. And the chicken coming home to crow of that flaw was in 2008. That was the apex climax of the flaw of being removed from the gold standard. The 2008 financial crisis is the who, what, where, when, why of Bitcoin. That is when it was created. That was why it was created. That was how it was created, because of the distrust in the financial system, which is broken. Okay? Nobody went to jail. In fact, bankers got raises. And the taxpayers bailed out those banks with the taxpayer dollars. All right? So that brings us to Bitcoin. So that's the problem being outlined that is being solved by Bitcoin. Okay? So, Bitcoin was created in 2008 because of the distrust in the financial system. It was meant to be a peer-to-peer currency that you could do transactions without a third party, because the fundamental start of Bitcoin, the fundamental start of Wyckoff too, is that humans are flawed. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. Okay? So Bitcoin was created with the understanding and the thesis that humans are flawed, humans are greedy. If you give them absolute control, they will control you. Okay? So it was meant to be a peer-to-peer currency to do transactions without using a third party. Decentralized. All right? So the question is, how is Bitcoin created? Bitcoin is created by mining. Okay? What is mining? Okay, good. Let's go back to the traditional system. You guys have been sending me TikTok gifts and YouTube super chats. That is magic internet money that we agree that is real. It's not real. In fact, TikTok gives you a nice little animation, and I appreciate all of the gifts and donations. But it's magic internet money that is real. It's not backed by anything. It's real because we agree it is real. But how does it actually work? So I'm going to get off this live stream and I'm going to say, yep, this is what you guys sent me. I appreciate it. Okay? Or if I were to Cash App you $20, you're going to look at your phone and you're going to say, yep, I got it. $20 is here to my bank. Spend. Great. But in actuality, that hard clear transaction takes about 5 business days to clear. That's what's called an ACH transaction. Okay? Those transactions take about 5 days to clear. And what happens in the meantime is the banks or Cash App will spot you their liquidity in the meantime, and they charge you a fee for doing so. And behind the scenes, they have their own computing power, which are going to verify and secure transactions. So in this scenario, I send you $20 via Cash App. Behind the scenes, there are banks. They're going to verify that I have $20. You can receive $20. I have a bank account. You have a bank account. They're going to verify all this information. They're going to secure it from being hacked. Okay? And this is a centralized way of doing currency. And we've already talked about the dangers of this. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. Okay. So flip it on its head. How does Bitcoin work? What is Bitcoin mining? Great. So that's a traditional system. Let's talk about Bitcoin. If I were to send you $20 worth of Bitcoin, my computer miners, ASICs, application specific integrated computers that are designed to mine Bitcoin. All right. They are doing what's called proof of work, which means if I send you $20 worth of Bitcoin, they are going to verify I have a crypto wallet, you have a crypto wallet, aka a bank account. They're going to verify that I have $20 US worth of Bitcoin that I can send you. You are able to receive $20 US. They are going to verify all this information, and then everyone across the globe that is mining Bitcoin is going to verify this same thing, because every single transaction is verified by every single miner and secured from being hacked by every single miner. In exchange for doing this work, they are rewarded a portion of the transaction. Okay? Well, how this actually works, though, every 10 minutes, there is 1.25? I don't remember how many Bitcoin it is right now. Whatever it is. Someone say what it is. 1.25 is what we're going to say because I don't remember off the top of my head. But every 10 minutes, that is released into the supply. Okay, that's the inflation. That's about half. What it breaks down to right now is about half the inflation of gold. Okay? And what really is going on is there's pool mining, which a lot of miners come together. They put up their hash power to solve this complex problem of verifying and securing transactions. Whoever gets it first gets the whole inflation. But if you're in a pool, it's divvied up based on what you contribute. So that is how Bitcoin is created. It's created because of the code. It's 1.25, I believe. Every 10 minutes is released into supply until the next 4 years, and then that gets cut in half. Okay? So there you go. How Bitcoin is created. Question is, if the internet network goes down, what happens? Okay. Listen, I want you to think about. So first of all, think about the type of event that would actually shut down the entire world's internet. Think about that. Because here's the deal. There is also decentralized Wi-Fi. People have their own Wi-Fi. People have their own Wi-Fi that are mining. And if one computer is mining with one internet access, the Bitcoin network continues. All right, so in order to shut down Bitcoin, that's what you're asking, you need to shut down every computer and every internet in the entire world, including those who have shut it down. They have to shut it down for themselves. And think about the event of magnitude of which that could take place, that you shut down every single computer across the world and every single internet across the world, including the decentralized internet that people have of their own. we have bigger issues than the price of Bitcoin. I assure you. So basically, blackout event would eliminate it only. Yeah, and it would have to be for everyone, right? So no one's going to black out their own internet. If X country decides they want to attack every single country in the world except for themselves, guess what? If one person is using their Wi-Fi and mining Bitcoin, it still goes. So X country would have to wipe out everything. We have bigger issues than the price of Bitcoin if that were to happen. I promise you. I assure you. All right, so there you go. I hope that I was able to clarify some people's I hope that clears things up for you, Cam. It was created like that from the beginning, designed in the code. And that code is upheld. That code is upheld by all of the miners because Bitcoin works off of agreement. So what if I say to you, Bitcoin is magic internet money that is real because we agree it's real. You say, okay, yeah, I agree, I got that. Sure. But then if I say to you, the US dollar is magic internet money that is real because we agree that it's real. Then you're like, oh, I don't know. That's more, that hurts my like nice, wonderful world of lies and fairy tale dust. I don't know if I want to take that pill yet. That's the truth though. Okay? The US dollar is magic internet money that's real because we agree it's real. Bitcoin is magic internet money that's real because we agree it's real. But how does the agreement work? Okay? The devil's in the details. How does the agreement actually work? Okay, well, the agreement of the US dollar is just the faith. And every single day right now, more and more Americans are having less and less faith in the US dollar. That's a fact. Not only Americans are having less faith, but other countries are having less faith in it as well. Just in 2001, the amount of countries that held the United States as a reserve currency was 71%. Today, it is 56%. So not only are Americans waking up and having less and less faith, but other countries are actively having less and less faith. There is no contract of agreement with the US dollar, right? It's real because we agree it's real, but there's no contract to that. It's just faith and belief. Whereas Bitcoin, the agreement is the proof of work. The agreement is not faith. The agreement is not trust. The agreement is we put up our hardware, our computer, our computational power, which is not free because we have to put up our electricity as well as our physical hardware to verify and secure these transactions. So the agreement is the miners verifying and securing every single transaction that, yes, if I send you $20, every single miner on planet Earth is going to see that transaction and verify and say, yes, it did happen. I put my hardware up to say that it happened. I put my hash power to say that it happened. I put my electricity to say that it happened. So the agreement is more than just faith and belief. The agreement is the hardware, the electricity, the money, the proof of work. That is the difference. Who assigned the first value to crypto? It was the pizza guy. Okay, so if you're evaluating the price is different than how it works. Price equals supply plus demand. The supply of Bitcoin is 21 million. The demand of Bitcoin is all of the fiat currencies across the globe printing money into oblivion. That's the demand. What if no miners exist? If no miners exist, Cam, we have bigger issues because the only way that no miners exist is you would have to blow up every single computer and shut down every single internet, including decentralized Wi-Fis across the world, including those who blew it up. would have to blow up their own Wi-Fi and computers. In order for that to happen, we have bigger issues than the price of Bitcoin. Tell us how Sonic works. Sonic works that we are the rockets, we are the fuel, we are the engineers. This is your captain speaking. Next stop to Jupiter. Sonic works so much of the same because Sonic is on the Solana blockchain. Solana is the same. Only a major solar store. Yeah, that could do it. That could reasonably do it. But again, we have bigger issues. Hypothetically, but I'm saying to you that there's not, because the financial, and there is no hypothetical that exists without a nuclear fallout or a solar flare. That's the only hypothetical where that's real. That's what I'm telling you, Cam. There is no, what if pigs learned how to fly? Like, okay. You know what I mean? Like, it's not useful brain power, in my opinion, to allocate these brain resources to things that literally the only way that it can happen is if there's like nuclear fallout where everyone is screwed. And I promise you, you're not worrying about the price of Bitcoin if that were to happen. Or like a solar flare that like destroys everything for everyone. And again, you're not worried about the price of Bitcoin. That's the only way to stop it. How about if the government buys too much Bitcoin? We see what they got. The United States government is the largest government of Bitcoin. They own 215,000 Bitcoin right now. If Orange Man gets elected, they're going to buy an additional million. If they buy it, well, then guess what? The price goes up in US dollar value. All right, guys. That's going to be it for this time. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow me on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. I will never message you first if your boy Ski messages you and says, hey, how's your trading going? Or I have this fancy dancy notebook. I have this fancy trading signal. It's not me. I don't believe in any of that. That's a scam. It ain't me. I promise you on my mama, it ain't me. It's somebody from Pakistan or Kakistan, but it ain't me. If a random coin shows up in your wallet and says, here's your airdrop. In order to claim this airdrop, redeem it at this website. Do not redeem. For the love of God, please don't do that. Because that is a scam for any coin. I don't care what the coin is. It's a scam. What will happen if you redeem? You will give them access from your wallet to their wallet, and they will redeem all of your crypto to their wallet. That's what's going to happen. Do not redeem. For the love of God, don't redeem. All right, guys, I appreciate you guys. Peace, love, prosperity. God first. God bless. I'm out.
Damn, hustling, 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 hustling,
Beat your
hustling,
boy,
hustling,
Ski.
hustling, 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 hustling. Every
Is buying a million his plan?